Hey, I'm James from J Technology, and we are here at CES 2017 at the Las Vegas Convention Center, and we're at the PowerVision booth, and we have Merlin Love.
Thank you for having me.
Pretty cool name.
Thank you very much.
He's going to go over what the PowerEgg drone is all about. Merlin?
Yeah, so PowerVision Robot at its core is actually a robotics company. There's a lot of drone companies here, and we love those companies, we love that term, but we actually prefer to think of ourselves as a robotics company. So we started in 2009 in China as an industrial company, and we've moved into the consumer market with our first consumer product here, PowerEgg, which is a very aesthetically different drone. You know, there's a lot of quadcopters out there, and there's a lot of choice that consumers have in regards to selecting an aerial photography system. And we also think that people are going to have a personal relationship with their electronics, and that you can't necessarily discount aesthetics and elegance in that product. So we designed this not only to be a fully functional, highly performing quadcopter, but also as something that's unique to look at, beautiful. Not only does it completely collapse down into an easily transportable format, but we also have the ability to skin it. So you can actually put a skin on the outside of this thing like you might put a phone case. So, you know, my son, he's 7, he loves Minecraft, so I designed an 8-bit kind of earthy green one that's going to go on. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you want it to look like a dragon egg. If you're a rugby fan and you want to put a big Gibson logo on it, whatever you want to design your drone to look like so it can really reflect you in that space. And then taking it one step further, understanding that the majority of drone owners out there, like myself, are parents, and they want to take video of their friends and their family, their kids doing stuff in like the park or the beach or places like that. It's not necessarily about action sports and amazing locales in the world. That's an important aspect to the quadcopter drone industry, but it's really about family footage, taking that photos of me and my kids at the park kicking a ball around. And so we created something we call Maestro, which is a gesture-based controller. Maestro gives you the ability to get the quadcopter in the air using this, but then controlling it through gestures. So you move your arm away, the drone moves away from you, you move it back, side to side, point the camera at yourself, one button to take a picture, press and hold to start recording. So that someone who's maybe not necessarily comfortable controlling a quadcopter through a standard kind of joystick controller can get one in the air and capture that footage of their family and their friends doing all that fun stuff.
So there's multiple ways you can control this besides the gesture control.
As a whole package, we actually include both the Maestro and a standard controller. So if you're a high-end drone person who wants to have all that finite control and the stick twisting ability to get that amazing, wonderful content and get it up in social or use it for cinematography purposes, absolutely comes with that two-handed controller. Okay. But if you're a novice who wants to have a drone and wants to get into that space and get one in the sky and get that content of their friends and their family and get it up on social, on Facebook, on Snap, on Twitter, on YouTube, MySpace, on Friendster, whatever you want to do, Maestro really gives you an option to control that drone in a much simpler, easy to use way that's far less intimidating than the looking at a sort of a big RC controller.
Correct. And what made you design it like an egg? Is there a significance? Is there a reason for that?
Well, it's really so Valle, our co-founder, our founder and our CEO, he really wanted to do something that was elegant and unique. So out of the gate, we wanted something that looked way different, and we wanted to do both form and function. So it's not just about having something that looks like an egg. It's also because you collapse it down, and it's, you know, an egg, if you try to crush it in your hands, is really difficult from all sides, right? So it gives it strength, it gives it rigidity, and it gives it transportability. So for me, when I travel, I got a chance to go to Stockholm for vacation for 5 days, and I took my PowerEgg with me. And instead of carrying it in its own specialized case or its own backpack or a rolling Pelican case, I just threw it in the bottom of my suitcase. It makes it certainly much more transportable. And again, it's just a less intimidating way to look at drones, where if you look at one of those sort of carbon fiber quadcopter kind of things, people look at it and they go, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Where someone might look at this and say, man, that looks approachable, that looks friendly, I think I can probably control that. And when you throw the Maestro controller at them and say, not only can you control it, but you can control it with one hand through gestures, it really takes the intimidation factor out of it.
Cool. So what other features besides, I noticed the camera's 360?
Yeah, so for us, we include, and the landing gear comes up as the drone's in the sky, the 4K camera with an FOV of 95V, so it's not quite a fisheye, but it gives you a nice wide field of view. On a 3-axis gimbal stabilized in the air, so you're going to get that butter smooth footage as you fly around. And it's got all the same autonomous flight modes that you're going to come to know and love out of quadcopters. It's going to be able to orbit something, it's going to be able to waypoint flying, it's going to be able to follow you, it's going to be able to take snaps, take recordings, and you're going to be able to control the camera and all the functionality in regards to like white balance and shutter speeds and stuff in the air, as well as auto exposure bracketing and a couple of other camera features that people come to know and expect out of a quadcopter.
Okay, and charging time, what are we looking at?
So batteries take about an hour to charge. You're going to get about 23 minutes of flight time out of this thing. All in all, it's you know, as an experience, we like to think of it as a whole experience. We hope that as people really get PowerEgg in their hand and get a chance to fly it, that it's going to be one of those quadcopters that people have a real good relationship with.
Nice. And is there going to be availability for this year, or?
Yeah. So we've been in pre-sale since September. It's on our website, PowerVision.me. It's on Amazon.com. It's on BNHphoto.com for pre-order right now. We've actually started shipping in China, and we're going to be shipping to our North American and worldwide customers in the coming month.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Of course. Thank you.